Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Play Extra Podcast, episode number 64. I am Will, and as always, we got Colton. Colton, how you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm good. I'm great.
Is that the jersey that you bought and then you were like talking to me about?
This is it. This is it. Oh, I don't even see. I always get myself with this. Hold on. Simple. Let's move the mic out of the way. Yes, sir. Up the. Oh wait. See, gosh, I hate being on this. I just got the other. I hate this stuff. I hate being on camera because I'm thinking, I got it right this time. I'm an idiot. Just please stop. But yes, this is it. I love this. Exciting little transfer window there for a little football fans. Football fans. Football fans. It was a nice little transfer window yesterday as it closed, or no? Yeah, yesterday. So very exciting news here for Everton. But we're talking some other football. We're talking that American football. Exciting weekend. My goodness gracious. Yeah. What were your thoughts on the weekend there, Mr. Working Guy? I know you worked the Niners game. What were your thoughts on the game there? You got firsthand experience there cutting it.
I know, firsthand experience cutting that game. I gotta say, I wish I got that Chiefs game. I gotta say that game, that Chiefs game was so good. But I gotta say the Niners game was good because third time teams are facing in a season, so it's exciting to see what teams could do. And ultimately, no team's ever beaten a team 3 times in a row. Thought the Niners had it. Thought Stat Badford was gonna just chuck one up, but Tart forgot to use his hands, which costed him the entire game.
Yeah. That's it just comes back down to Jimmy G. You didn't deliver down the stretch for him, and everyone's like, the pick, oh my gosh, what is he thinking? He kind of had to try to throw it away, and just the guy doesn't know there's someone behind, and it didn't work out. Yeah, the Bungles got it done. The Bungholes got it done.
We're going to be talking, Jimmy G's future, where he could honestly land, because they're working out a trade deal as we speak at this very moment. We're going to be talking, Brian Flores, this historic lawsuit that's coming in. Tom Brady is officially retired after the second attempt of the past couple days, and so much more. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And this is the Play Action Podcast.
This is the Play Action Podcast featuring Will.
It's not every time. It's not every time.
Every time.
Featuring Colton.
The guy, if you go back into our division thing, this guy had the Jets.
I picked the Jets to win.
For no what reason.
Yeah.
Featuring a whole lot of arguing.
Playoffs, we're gonna win the division.
Listen. You need to realize my thinking process here, because the Bills.
There is no thinking process.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
And I told people the Steelers were going to be decent. I didn't have the Steelers like, oh, they're godly. No, I was realistic. You were very unrealistic with the Jets.
Colton,
and guess who was right and guess who was wrong, Will? You were dead wrong about the Jets. I was dead right about Goat Allen and the Bills. And I was right about the Steelers. Come on now. Dude, the viewers are popping. I don't know if you're checking Twitter.
I just checked Twitter. I was like 100 people. Oh, my Lord. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Play Extra Podcast. This is episode number 64, as I said just 3 minutes and 30 seconds ago. But I am Will, and that's Colton. Remember what I said last week, that the cycle will be broken? Yes, I did doubt it. And I will admit, I will right my wrongs. I'll admit I was wrong on it. It is what it is on that. All right. And listen, sometimes you're glad to be wrong. Sometimes you're glad to be right. I don't know how that saying goes, but you rather be doubted wrong than be right and all that stuff. Whole spiel. So yesterday, a little over 24 hours ago, Brian Flores sues the NFL and multiple clubs over, wrongful hiring, being paid to lose games, not really given a fair opportunity to be a head coach in this league. And it ultimately just stirred up the entire Twitter world, Facebook. Every place was just blowing up with this stuff. And I felt like this was just a nonstop tour of just seeing what's going on here. He came on CBS this morning, their nationally broadcast show, and they went into in-depth talks of it. This was something that started last Thursday, and they were talking. He let the Saints and the Texans know that he was going through with this lawsuit. The Saints still put in an interview request with him last week. Well, yesterday, actually. And, well, here we are. He's been all over the place, ESPN, CBS, just talking and all that stuff. And he's really breaking it down between texts with Bill Belichick and how he was congratulated for getting the head coaching job, but ultimately he was meant for Brian DeBall, the former Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator. And this is where we are right now. It's like the iceberg right now. We only can see so much of what Flores is providing. The Broncos, he proclaimed the Broncos came to his interview sloshed, allegedly. The whole 10 yards there.
This thing's been an absolute mess.
This is just really 25 hours. And this is the iceberg. We only see so much of it. We don't know how deep this goes. The Broncos are psychotic, and they have like timestamps of everything they did with him when they interviewed him up in New England for their head coaching job back in 2019 when Fangio was hired. It's just crazy there. Yeah. What are your thoughts on like this? Just berserk.
Everyone, drop your comments below. We'll get some. We got people already commenting here on Facebook. Go out to YouTube at the U Stadium platform. Give our stuff a follow. We never plug our stuff. Give our accounts a follow at the Play Action Podcast on Twitter, Play Action Podcast on Instagram, Play Action Podcast on Facebook. You comment on Facebook, you comment on the YouTube channel for the U Stadium. Your comment will get up. I'm out here looking at Twitter. What are your thoughts? It's been a wild few hours here from this morning with him jumping on ESPN, CBS, everywhere. This thing's been a mess. Seeing the stuff in his lawsuit about Ross asking him to lose. He'll give him $100,000 for every loss. The NFL has to get on this fast. And the thing is, what I heard on ESPN, which is hilarious from Brian Flores' attorneys, the NFL can go years and months and stuff on investigating deflated footballs and Spygate and all this other stuff. And it takes them forever to get an answer and like get a final like reaction. It took them a day or two to like respond to Brian Flores and stuff like, yeah, this is false. This is like this, that,
3 hours.
Like, what is going on? This is a mess. Brian Flores put himself out there, and it's very interesting because I do believe he's one of the better head coaches available. To be fair, I thought he was one of the best head coaches. As soon as it was canned, I'm like, why is he fired? Like, he shouldn't have been fired. And the fact that he was very head scratching for me. I was like, all right, what are the Dolphins doing? I got my girlfriend's family that
goes
are all
on
Dolphins fans, and
8 straight wins. He
was
just if they beat the Titans, they would have been in the playoffs. Just let that sink in.
It's just, one of those, why was he fired? And, do I think some of the things were wrong for his sake? I don't think so for the Giants. I don't think the Giants should be taking as much heat as they are because they did interview Leslie Frazier. They did interview Patrick Graham. So that's 2 minority head coaches or vacancy searches. I know one's in-house, and they technically only have to do one outside. And they did in Leslie Frazier. And they also interviewed Brian Flores. But there's a lot, again, I'm not saying this whole thing is wrong from Flores because there is clearly issues. This isn't something that is new to anyone. This has been happening for a long time. That's why the Rooney Rule's in place to try to get minority head coaches and people, involved in the NFL, whether that's in the GM role, whether that's offensive coordinator positions. And for Flores, I was listening today on ESPN First Take. He said he's got a lot of guys on his staff that he believes can be head coaches. Again, you're not going to smash and down your other guys that you have because usually these coaches take their staff with them wherever they end up going. So you can't out here, my guys aren't good enough to be head coaches. That's why they're coordinators. So, he's got to clearly pump his guys up. But at the same time, we have seen successful head coaches that are in the minority. So, and here's one. Brian Flores shouldn't have been canned in Miami. Like, absolutely not. Like, when he got fired, I'm sitting there, all right, he's going to get picked up right away, and here he is still with no job. Was he the right fit for New York? No. I think they needed an offensive guy, and they liked what Daboll did with Josh Allen in Buffalo, and that's why he is the guy there. But, and the thing is, he did all this being a finalist right now with the Saints and the Texans. I think it's a lot of guts and throwing his neck out there.
He risked his entire career just for this, just so something could change and may it change. I mean, time's gonna obviously tell with that. I mean, listen, like everyone could like compare it to Kaepernick, but like Kaepernick's a whole different ordeal. Like he wants equality, and that's what it deserves. When a league where 70% of your players are of minorities, it's tough. Like you're building the backs off of these guys and not giving a fair chance to just, be employed is like all that doesn't sit right with me. I mean, David Coley getting fired. I mean, he had one of the better rookie quarterbacks on him. That just didn't make sense to me. And then, Flores gets fired. And now Mike Tomlin, once again, the lone minority coach in the league. And that just doesn't feel that's not right. It's really not right in any level, anywhere. And hopefully this can change, and it needs to change. The Rooney Rule, it's outdated. I feel like there has to be something new in place. But, if you already know who you're going to hire, and it's just like people like already know who they want to hire, they already know who they want to interview. They just kind of do this to fulfill the role. It's like the Jim Caldwell situation, Marvin Lewis, Hugh Jackson. Like they just kind of just slide them in there, get the interview, and they can fulfill the Rooney Rule requirement. But something needs to change here. So, this you're not going to be seeing this. Like it's weird. It just doesn't sit right. I am all over the place right now. I have so many thoughts all jumbled up.
Yeah, it's a lot, especially after an exciting weekend of football. It's something that needs to be brought to the attention because it's kind of been obvious. Like we've seen it, and again, we have had moments where we've had quite a few minority head coaches in the NFL. There was a time I think what we have like 8 minority head coaches in the league.
Yes, and it was like
it
was not even that long ago too. It was
no,
like,
it wasn't.
What,
so
like 6 years ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it hasn't been too long, but it's a touchy subject. It's something that has to be brought to the attention. Like we've kind of Ryan said it, you said it. The Rooney Rule is a good idea, but it's outdated. It's like, what do you like? That's the thing, though, man. It's I don't. What do you do? What do you change with like? Are you supposed to hire these guys and then like if they end up not working out, you fire them? Like what? It's really interesting. Stuff does have to change. Whether that's bring guys in for coordinator positions, also not just head coach vacancies. Because if you look at it, there's a lot of talent. We've talked about Eric Bieniemy. Feels like for the past 3
5 years?
Like
a
being
very
head
long
coach,
time.
and again, he may be just a bad interviewer. And again, we've seen it. Todd Bowles was not the best head coach, but he's been an amazing coordinator. I don't know. So that might be the same thing with Bieniemy. He may just not be vocal enough because he does seem like kind of like the quiet type of coach. So he may not
definitely
be
quiet.
So he may like, and that's kind of Todd Bowles. Like we saw how he spoke in the New York media. He was very quiet and soft-spoken, and again, that's not a bad thing. That's maybe just the way he coaches, but I don't know. I don't know. Stuff needs to change. The NFL's got to stop with the whole hiding and getting a quick response here, because I don't think Flores is out here making stuff up with the Denver situation. I wouldn't be surprised that these guys aren't taking interviews seriously, where they got to bring in a minority head coach to get interviewed. And we're like, all right, we already know who our guy is, but I just have to check a box, as they've been saying is the big word today. It's checking a box. And, that's what a lot of minorities think it is checking a box. And this one's very obvious if that's, again, that's why I said, they did bring in Leslie Frazier. They also brought in Patrick Graham, who's already on staff. I know so that technically doesn't count, but they did bring in another minority head coach to be interviewed. So, for this case, I think no. I think the Giants are just they like their guy, and I guess see if Brian Flores surprises them. I don't know, but it's not a good look. And the NFL's quick response is awful. To just be like, yeah, here's our answer. This is firm. Well, again, like you said, your head's all over the place. So is mine with like this one.
What also is not right too? The getting paid incentives, like here, take a vacation. Here's $100,000. Just take all these losses, get a better draft pick. Like, that's messed up. That's beyond just That's a whole different shelf of just
that is a whole other topic.
And now Hugh Jackson's coming out saying, "Oh yeah, the Browns did it for me." You got 31 losses. You need to.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
how
that.
much was he getting paid to do that? That's just.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that because that didn't work out for them. So
I mean, I knew something was weird when he was still hired after 31 losses. That's just kind of like what were they doing up there? I mean, the Browns, and then they. I'm not even sure if Jim Caldwell or Marvin Lewis came out and said anything along those of getting paid incentives while losing. But listen, the Browns are the Browns. They had, the 1 year. I mean, they still ended up losing a lot. I mean, what? Instead of like, losing 15 games, you would have lost like 14 games.
But this is if you want to pop up Alex's little comment.
Yeah,
this
his
is
little
where
theory here.
I think quite the opposite. If you look at the NFL, a lot of it is minority players. It is
70% of them are minority players.
So I don't want to hear all of a sudden that it's quarterbacks that it has to be different. No, I think it's the owners, the old style fashion owners that like seeing someone similar to them where they're not like, okay, it's another white guy and something they're comfortable with. I don't know if that's it, but I mean, I don't know, man. It was just kind of icing on the cake here for Brian Flores to come out and talk after seeing Belichick text him like, hey, congratulating the wrong Brian on getting the head coaching job when Flores still had to be interviewed for the last time. So, I don't know. I don't think that has anything to do with it with minority quarterbacks coming in the NFL. I don't think that's it. But, it's the fact that this is, the headline, and as it should be, but just – it just tells you where America is. It tells you where we are as a country. Things need to change.
We just keep on stepping backwards. We're never moving forwards.
Are you shocked? Are you surprised? I'm not. But, Will, what else do we have on top? We have a lot to talk about, dude. Busy day on top.
Oh, my God. So, over the weekend, the entire NFL blew up on Saturday with Adam Schefter announcing Tom Brady's retirement, to where Brady came out and says, I haven't thought of it yet. I haven't done it all. I haven't really thought too much into it yet. But yesterday, on Tuesday, the 1st of February, he calls it a quits. He says, hey, I'm walking away from the game. He thanks everyone for, being a part of it, including the Bucs. Not one reference to New England. And just bam. That's all really you have to talk about there. But Tom Brady retires. I mean, what else do you have to say? Could you make the debate? Oh, hey, induct him into the Hall of Fame this year. Like, he's like a historic figure. Like, what? Screw waiting the 5 years. Just here, we're going to just bring in to Canton right now.
Rules are rules, Will. He's going to wait his turn. There hasn't been, what? I kind of saw it on Twitter today. There hasn't been many quarterbacks going in together. So we saw Big Ben retire and Brady retire in the same year. I don't know, you're the one on the multiple screens. If you can pull it up while I'm talking, when was the last time two quarterbacks went in the Hall at the same time? I'm kind of curious on that because I saw it on Twitter. It doesn't happen very often. So there's kind of been rumors that Ben might have to wait a year because of Tom Brady retiring. So I'm kind of curious what that is. But again, going back to Tom Brady, I mean, the guys own my franchise. We probably would have another Super Bowl if it wasn't for Tom. The guy's great. He literally is the GOAT. I'm tired of hearing Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. Like, no. Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. Yeah, he's out of the playoffs again. Like, dude, this guy was just different. Like, until someone wins like 5 Super Bowls, which I don't know if it's going to happen. That doesn't happen, Will. Like, this
guy
doesn't
happen at all.
This guy at the age he could have kept playing. He was literally at the top of his game still. Like, it's kind of crazy how good Tom Brady is. To see him walk away, it's kind of crazy. I'm so glad I got to see him in person. I know you have seen him in person as well. It's just kind of crazy, like what we've witnessed. And I'm so blessed to have watched him, Peyton Manning, Ben, all these guys. And, to see the GOAT, you got the debate in basketball, LeBron, MJ. There's no debate with football. Like, there's no debate. It's literally Tom Brady. Like, there's no debate.
I feel like this is gonna be like a universal thing. Like, the number 12, he's changed the game. Like, listen, you don't need to be like the number 1 overall pick to be that good. I mean, what, 199? I see his resume all over LinkedIn. If you have LinkedIn and you find his resume, it's just like, imagine he was a security manager. Imagine that your boss is Tom Brady in 1997, and it's like, oh, hey, he went on to win. He went to go 10 Super Bowls, won 7 of them. But I think the NFL, when the time is right, I think they universally retire the number 12. With Kobe, did only the Lakers retired it, or was that?
Yeah, no, just the Lakers.
Just the Lakers?
Yes, sir.
You see, I feel like they messed up there.
See, if you got your favorite Tom Brady moment,
I got your
on Twitter.
I got your
Oh,
question.
you got my
here.
question?
So Ken Stabler, Brett Favre in 2016. But Stabler was one of those like older picks. 2006 with Warren Moon, Troy Aikman. 2005 was Steve Young, Dan Marino, and Benny Friedman. So it's not out of the ordinary that multiple quarterbacks are inducted, but it's a rare occurrence. So really 2005 with Marino and Young is like your best bet for big name quarterbacks getting inducted the same year. Well, Warren Moon, Troy Aikman 2006 too.
I think they both go in together, honestly. I don't see how you can not put them in together, but at the same time, whatever it may be, but it's going to be a busy weekend in 5 years because you got to assume Gronk's on his way out next.
Oh, Gronk's leaving. He's leaving 100%. He's not staying.
If you got any Brady memories, drop them on Twitter. I'll read them. No, absolutely not. There's no way. But if you got any memories of Brady owning your franchise, or if you're a Patriot fan or you're a Buck fan, and he gave you a nice last hoorah, drop your comments below on Twitter. I'll read them. Drop them on the YouTube
Someone
channel.
says, oh, hey, I got the game-winning football from the Mike Evans touchdown.
Yeah, okay. I would like to see pictures of you with the
How much do you think that ball is going to be going for? At least over $1 million. That ball is like, listen, 600 touchdowns, that's historic, but the last touchdown pass by the greatest quarterback to play the game.
And it's not a debate. It's not close either. Like, that's the thing. It's not like it's LeBron James and MJ where it's like, to some people, this is to go, and to some people, that's to, like, this is universally, and it's not a question. Tom Brady is literally the greatest football player.
Tom Brady, there's never going to be another Tom Brady. I mean, speed-wise, maybe there'll be another Tom Brady like that, but quarterback play, I don't think there will ever be something like that. With 17 games, I think Mahomes could get to it. It just depends how far along he'll get. I mean, no debate, he'll catch up to him.
We better put an asterisk next to these records. Like, no offense, there should be another record book. Like, there really should be.
No, it's dumb.
What's dumb?
Asterisks. I don't think there should be an asterisk on there.
See, why? So the guys that, like, again, like the Brady's, Breeze.
I mean,
Peyton,
it's like,
those guys get to sit here and like
look at like Night Train Lane. He got 14 interceptions in a 10-game season. Like, what's an asterisk? There's no one going to be close to getting the interception. I mean, Diggs was close. Xavier, like, listen, the only time I've ever seen a defensive record like that get close was Charles Tillman tying the 4 picks in a game, or I forgot who it was.
Why? Strahan's record's going to get broken. Like, that's going to get broken.
Brett Favre gave himself up on that sack, so it's not really a true record there. TJ Watt's the official record holder.
See, you could say that. I don't know. I don't know about that, but yeah. See, now you got me going. But there's always been some sacks, that shouldn't go down. But I don't disagree. That's my point, though. Like, it's also a different game, though, Ryan. To be fair, from when it was 12, 14 games, the games is different. Like, that's when we see these passing yards from some of these older great players. It's like, holy crap!
Oh yeah, it's D'Angelo Hall. That's who I was thinking of. Now that's a defensive go right there.
Mr. Washington football,
Mr.
torn
ACL himself, against DeAndre Hopkins in training camp.
Why are we bringing up sad stuff
from a Steelers standpoint, when was the last time Brady played Big Ben? That was when Josh Gordon got suspended. So 2018 we're going back to, right?
I think the Steelers won that game.
Or no, 2019. Right? 2019.
I think the Steelers won the last time they played, honestly.
They did play because it was a joke.
Unless they met
Brady threw a stupid ball to Gordon. Gordon didn't get it. Joe Hayden picks it off on the sideline, and it was.
He was throwing it to Gronk. He tried getting it out of bounds. Yeah, he tried throwing it out of bounds. TJ Watt was in his lap, and he threw it away. Didn't get it out of bounds. And Joe Hayden, baby. But yeah, the guys own my franchise, so again, Ben would have another ring or two if it wasn't for Brady, and that's what.
No, the last time they played was September 8th, 2019. That was the last time they played, and
definitely wasn't.
It was a blowout. It wasn't the game we're thinking of.
Nope, it's definitely not. Definitely a blowout. If you said
so,
in
it was
September,
2018.
This game was
then.
late. Yeah, that game was late in the season.
So that's when they won the Super Bowl. So 2018, that was the last game before Gordon got suspended. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, Mark Gastineau, real sack holder. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts, okay? There it was. Real sack record there.
Yo, relax, Ryan. God,
Ryan's coming for blood today. That's what I love. That's what I like to see. Put Colton in his place.
Hey, yo, relax, dude.
He's going for the jugular. He's going for the kill right now.
He is. See this Ryan, Raven guy over here. Don't forget, Ben owns your franchise. Don't forget that, man. Don't forget that.
But let's go into a little sadder news, but only sadder for Colton. Jim Harbaugh is interviewing with the Vikings, and he might be odds-on favorite to land the job.
Yeah, it's a done deal. You can like break that now. We're gonna be Schefter before Brady even announced it. We're just gonna skate through it.
So according to this one guy, let's get the news up here. Let's see. I'm going through like so many different things.
Dude, we almost have 1,000 views on this show already.
Yes.
Dude, what is going on?
So according to Josh Carey, Jim Harbaugh is leaving Michigan to become the Vikings head coach. Like, this is what he said, 2:49 Eastern.
He looks gross in purple. You could turn that off now. Ugh, dude, I hate the way that looks.
You know what? No, give him like, he should wear. Why is he wearing a sweatshirt? Doesn't he wear the sweater vests like Fat Rex?
Oh God! You could just turn this off. I don't like the way this is going.
Right in the jugular, right there.
Yeah, see this guy. Oh my gosh, Ryan, knock it off, Ryan. The purple fits you very well. Does not fit Harbaugh very well. Not this Harbaugh.
But going back to Mr. Jim here, Mr. Former Pro Bowler. In 4 years in the NFL, he made 3 straight NFC Championship games, appeared in the Super Bowl, ultimately lost to Ryan's Ravens in the power outage game. Beyonce took the power all out with Destiny's Child? Yeah. Power went out. Kaepernick comeback with Frank Gore, Michael Crabtree and company, but ultimately a faded corner of the end zone. I believe it was Jimmy Smith who was covering Crabtree. People could debate that catch till this day if there's PI or not. Listen, Harbaugh didn't win the Super Bowl. The other Harbaugh was victorious. It's not like he's ever had a bad coaching year. Every coaching year he's had in the NFL, it was over 500. Could he bring the Vikings back to the glory land if and when this is officially announced that he's
I don't understand him taking this team. I'd rather see him go to a younger team with like a little more, a little wiggle room.
But this is his first.
I don't love this.
This is his first interview this year.
I don't.
I mean, I wouldn't want to go to Miami with everything going on there. That's the last place I want to be.
Yeah, but they're the best situation to win. Like someone's going to eventually have to take the Miami job, so why not him? It's not for not something for him to have to decide what's going on at the NFL. With everything with taking losses and all that. So, and I mean, he's lost quite a bit of games at Michigan. So, I just don't see Minnesota being like a great job for him, to be honest. Like, he doesn't get a young quarterback to work. He's stuck with Kirk Cousins. Like, he's already handcuffed to his quarterback already. I just don't. I wouldn't go running to that job personally. We got a ton of people watching. I mean, I
want to thank everyone. 1,000 viewers and 30 minutes
already?
of show.
This is crazy.
1,000 viewers of showtime already. This is nuts. But
yeah.
I mean, listen, we don't want to be Schefter and report fake news, but
nope, I'm gonna report it. You could put Colton says Harbaugh takes the job because that's
we can observe the guy's Twitter page here. Writes MMA boxing for Bleacher Report. So there we have it, right there.
What?
Right there.
Whoa. What? What is going on here? See, what's going on here? What
are you doing?
Oh, he actually made me think someone died. Ryan, please clarify that. You're getting ready to make me run on Twitter and like
he's gonna start reporting Schefter news.
Dude, he scared me for a minute. I know what he's saying now. Ryan, please clear yourself next time. You gave me a heart. I'm like, dude, this kid's young. What? And now I see what you're doing.
But he's still.
You're
But
telling me
Kirk
Kellen
Cousins.
Mond's
Well,
like great.
you can't tell me
Stop
You
it.
can't tell me Kirk Cousins is like a bad quarterback. I mean, he's going
He's
to the Pro
not
Bowl.
great. Do you want him as your quarterback? No, you don't.
Apparently, CBS wants Jimmy G to be the next Jets quarterback, and I'm like, why the hell are you going to want to do that? But again, it's CBS. I mean,
they like the
CBS.
Now you're taking jabs at CBS.
I gotta look up Kirk Cousins' contract.
It's bad, awful. One of the worst to be ever signed. Like that was an awful contract. You wanted a quarterback that bad, and it good luck to you.
So he signed next year. So next year's his last year, and it's guaranteed $45 million. Right,
that is a lot of money for Kirk Cousins. Oh my goodness gracious! But yeah, I don't know, man. It just for me, this shouldn't be the job here.
Yes, Pro Bowl stats are the best stats, and Kirk Cousins is going to break all Pro Bowl records, no matter what they are. No idea what they are. Download the app U Stadium because in this app we care about just two things: preseason stats and Pro Bowl stats. The only things we care about there. Well, for me at least, I can't speak for the rest of the thousands of users that go on the app daily, but that's what I care about is just Pro Bowl stats. Some of the greatest stuff that's ever come out. Have to just put it right then and there.
See, and you missed your lady. You missed your lady in here. Appreciate it.
I flashed your comment for
did
2
seconds. For 2 seconds. Dang, you gotta give her some love sometimes, man.
Give her love.
Cold shoulder sometimes. Isn't
Kirk Cousins, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions this year.
I'm not giving him love.
4,200.
Okay,
so would you rather him than crushed head Mason Rudolph or
I'd rather Dwayne Haskins. I would rather Dwayne Haskins. Stop it.
Oh, he's
not. If you were to offer me Dwayne Haskins or Kirk Cousins, I'm going the younger guy who was first round draft pick who booted Joe Burrow out of town out of Ohio State.
Well, that's the thing. All Ohio State quarterbacks are good in college. They go to the NFL, they flounder. Okay. Well, Joe Burrow wasn't given
we're gonna find opportunity. We're gonna find out with Justin Fields. I think that kid's gonna be pretty decent. But yeah, I'd rather play Dwayne Haskins.
Gone, he's gonna get a good opportunity.
And if Haskins blows, that means the Steelers blow, which means the Steelers blow, high draft pick. Boom, answers everything. I don't want Kirk Cousins anywhere near my franchise. Jimmy G, I seriously, I had some thoughts. It was like question, like, maybe I would take him. Then I watched him down the stretch of games. It's like, I don't want him. So yeah, I'd rather a young guy like Dwayne Haskins, and I don't want Mason Rudolph anywhere near with the AFC. I don't want him anywhere near because I've seen that story already. This isn't a Steelers story, so I'm done with it. But yeah, Jim Harbaugh, Vikings, I don't love it. Like, I don't love it for him. Why are you leaving Michigan when you could possibly go win a national championship at Michigan to go to Minnesota and do nothing with Kirk Cousins? Oh, wait. Kellen Mond's there. Oh, wow. Yippee. I'm going to go there. See, B. Wall, my man. Steers depth chart in September. What? Rudolph's gone? He's got Haskins, Pickett.
I got to switch up the subject now, man. I can't let this turn into the Steel Curtain show, okay?
Sir, B. Wall.
Where you can listen to Colton. Colton talks some Steelers football over on what's the Twitter page?
At Steeler Nation.
Yes.
At Steeler Nation. Oh, see, Ryan would love to see the Steelers trot out Mason Rudolph. But Will, what else do we got? We got some.
One of my favorite memories is Ryan Mallett beating the Steelers to give the Jets a glimmer of hope in 2015 to make the playoffs.
See how far this went. See where this has gone.
I made it about myself.
Appreciate you, man.
But Washington is now the Commanders instead of the football team, so my NFT is going to go through the roof in value, and I'm pretty excited over this. But let's see. I got to get all these images in order now. I'm all messed up here. See, here we go. You can't make fun of us with no name anymore. Get new name jokes. They're dead. They're gone. The Commanders are in and just there. I got to pull up the uniforms too, so you're going to give me a hot second on that. But what are your thoughts on the Commanders? Should I pull up the video of Chase Young commenting on the Commanders?
Gosh, see, that was amazing.
I gave Colton the best laugh of his life.
You did give me a nice chuckle this morning, but yeah, I don't know if I love the name or not. I don't know if I do, honestly. Yeah, I personally like the football team better, but the jerseys are nice. I will give them credit on their jerseys. It's one of those things you never were going to please everyone with the name, to be fair. Like, unless it was something like amazing that everyone voted on. It was like an outrageous, like 100-0. Like you're never going to make everyone happy with the name. So, whatever it may be, Commanders, it is what it is. Jerseys are kind of nice. The maroon can kick rocks.
I like the maroon. Okay, listen, the black jersey looks like a Wish branded Rams jersey. That's all that it looks like to me.
No,
with the little Commanders on the side there, it's like the Rams uniform.
Do you have a better picture of the black jerseys? Because like honestly,
for you, Colton, I will find one. So
awesome. See,
you fill up time. I will do that.
Fill up times. Because when I was looking at the black jersey, you know what they reminded me of? The Army Navy game jerseys. Like that's what the look they kind of remind me of. Like with I think it had a bunch of patches and stuff on the side. That's what it reminded me of. And honestly, I love it because if you're gonna have a name like the Commanders, what's that kind of like? It's with the service. I love the black jerseys.
I like the stars on it. I mean, we showed it off a month ago. What they were doing and all that stuff.
Again, Washington can't hide anything and protect anything, and they love giving.
So here's like a closer look.
Yeah, see, like I like it. Again, the helmets don't do it for me.
I don't like. I mean, the alternate helmets, they're coming back, so we're gonna see a lot of good like throwback ones. Maybe we'll see the Steelers yellow ones, pure yellow.
Yeah,
something like that. I mean.
Yes, the pure yellow. Know what I really like? I like the helmets. The maroon helmets look good. I don't like the black helmets. Like I think they should have did something crazy with the helmets. Like Commanders, find some crazy. Here we go. Red Tails, Red Wolves over Commanders from B-Wall. He likes the Red Tails and the Red Wolves over the Commanders. See, I can't disagree. Red Tails could have been tough. Isn't there like something with the Air Force or military? Something with like Red Tails? Isn't that like something like that? I thought there was something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just talking about my rear end. But I think they could have did a lot better with the black helmets. Like I think something like that. Because tell me to look at that jersey. It doesn't like remind you of like something like Army Navy.
I kind of like the white ones too.
I like the white ones. The white ones slick and clean. The maroon, I just don't like maroon.
The black ones though,
like that view, like the side, like and looking at like the actual jersey itself, it looks like kind of like I don't know, gritty and like
see, like they like this to me.
That looks tough, dude.
This just looks like a Rams uniform you order off a Wish. That's what it looks like to me.
No, I see Army Navy game. Folks, what are your thoughts? I see like Army Navy game here, like one of the like how Army Navy game they always do up the jerseys and like that's what I see here. I see like I
like the white ones.
I like the white. I don't
the
like
maroon ones with the logo on the back. I can't find the close up of it.
Nope, can't do it for me.
But
cannot do it.
I will find one hopefully. But I really like
I love the black jerseys, man. I love them.
I liked how they looked. I really do.
I just hate that they smoked the helmets on the black jerseys. I think they should have did something like different. Like I don't know, maybe put like I don't know. Like see, you like my thinking, Ryan. Thank you. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Like the black one reminds me of like kind of like an Army Navy done up jerseys. The way they do the Army Navy jerseys, like for the Army Navy game, dude, they are amazing. Oh my goodness gracious. I love the jerseys. I was at the Army Navy game this year. Amazing experience. Everyone's got to go to one while we're on the subject. Got to go to an Army Navy game. God bless USA. Gosh, that was a great game. Just makes you feel like a pure American. Love the Army Navy game. That was awesome.
What was it in MetLife?
The jersey, yeah, it was at MetLife. But the jerseys just remind me. Yeah, the AC unit of the of the NFL. But shout out to my cousin for that one. He gave me that idea. I love that. But I just love the black jersey and the maroon. You can can it. Like I don't need it. But I just think they could have did a little bit better with the helmet for the game for the black jerseys. I think they should have went out and like did a little more research since they've had this long to figure out what the heck they're doing. But it's Washington. This is what you expect. What are your overall thoughts on it before we switch gears?
I like the maroon. I like the white. The black is just a Rams Wish jersey that you just want like alternate reversing colors on. That's all that it is. That's really all that it is.
I hate the black jerseys. I
don't. Like I like the Jets black jerseys. Like there's too many black jerseys like as an alternate.
Yeah, but black is
black's
slick,
nice. It's nice.
Black is slick. I love the clean look.
These are photos. Jerseys. If I can see them in person, then I'll change my opinion. Okay. I'll be honest. I'll give it I'll give it a second review. But for right now, it's just I'm just not a fan of them.
Again, really follow the stuff below. Follow our pages. I mean, we're pumping out content left and right. Will's out here with the freaking graphics. I mean, the kid does a heck of a job. He's going to teach me how to get some of these done.
I'm gonna teach him.
So I can take the ease off of them. But black jerseys are just the wave, Ryan. I love the Steelers.
The Ravens one's
color
nice
rush
too.
jerseys. I love the Steelers color rush jersey. I don't know, Brandon, if you're still in here. Brandon could definitely agree with me on that one. I love the Steelers color rush.
The Steelers
jerseys.
Bumblebees. How you like those?
Please. Next topic. But again,
see Dwayne Haskins going to start week 1. They're going to bring out the Bumblebee ones. See, look at your dream come true.
I hate you. Seriously.
You don't.
Drop a follow on our stuff. Give a follow to the U Stadium platform. Subscribe on YouTube. Give them a follow on Twitter. They have a Facebook page. Give them a like there. Those guys have been great to us this year. Love being a part of this. Oh, I don't know. What does S tier mean? So, like, is there something I'm missing here? Like, they stink? Like, what am I missing here? Like, I
think he means shit. Like, just like the Steelers.
See, you know what? I'm just gonna.
I think so, but it's not polite to assume. But
that's definitely what it means. That's definitely what it means. You're correct. That's definitely what it means. Steelers color rush is definitely tough. Relax, Ryan.
So Jimmy G has a 2-touchdown off. You can find my highlight animated of him on NFL.com. But here we are. Jimmy G, where is he going to land? He got traded for a second-round pick way back in 2017. Patriots get back what they get. Signs a $100 million deal going, I think, like 6-0 to end the season. Tears ACL, comes back, helps him go to the Super Bowl, hurts his ankle. Didn't really see a lot of them. But now, here they are. Jimmy G is out on his way out. Trey Lance is the man of the future for the San Francisco 49ers. What spots just make sense for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Steelers make a lot of sense. We kind of talked about this on our Steeler Nation space the other day. I just saw him slide in. Steeler Nation Striker, give him a follow. Man that runs the SteelersNation.com podcast. We had a discussion the other day. What quarterbacks Steelers can bring in? Jimmy G was one of them that came up to mind. Clearly, the Buccaneers are clearly on the top of that list because they still have a win now team. Problem is they don't have any money. Like they have a lot of guys that are going out the door.
I mean, just so you could get someone to. I mean, unless you're sold on Jordan Love, I mean, you'll be third year into his rookie deal. Denver, if they miss out on a quarterback, I think Denver could be someone that will trade from. I wouldn't rule out something like the Raiders. Josh McDaniels is there. If Carr doesn't want to be there, why doesn't?
Oh my gosh, Derek Carr's a lot better than Jimmy G. Stop.
But listen, I mean, if Derek Carr doesn't want McDaniels there, I mean, some players are showing their displeasure. Josh Jacobs showed his displeasure, but he deleted the tweet after.
Really? Because they're probably pissed that didn't get the job.
Is not
didn't
there.
Get the job. Imagine that. That's what's crazy. This literally goes back to the Brian Flores stuff all over again. Brian Flores gets canned. Bisaccio gets canned. What is going on? Come on, man. Those are two guys that are willing to have a job. Why are you taking a flyer on someone else? See, oh gosh, I gotta stay on topic. Denver makes a lot of sense because you know what Jimmy G is, and they've kind of been looking for a quarterback, like a stable quarterback. Jimmy G makes a lot of sense for Denver if they do miss out on the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. Tampa Bay is another team that makes sense. Again, I said Pittsburgh. It also depends on the price tag. If 49ers right here looking for a first-round draft pick, yeah, you can keep me 40 yards away. I'm not interested in trading a first-round draft pick. Honestly, I'm not interested in trading a second-round draft pick for Jimmy G either. He's going to be what, $25 million cap hit?
Yeah, $25 million
salary.
Cap hit.
Yeah, and that's not bad because we're seeing what the quarterbacks are going up to now, $40 million plus. But yeah, I'm not trading a first-round draft pick. In my opinion, the second-round draft pick for Jimmy G. I'm not doing it.
Do you think the Colts trade for him because they're not, happy with Carson? No. I don't understand why the Colts.
You're going to be in the same situation again where the guy can't throw well. If the Colts are trading for someone, it's for Aaron Rodgers. They're going to go all in on it, or just stick with Carson Wentz because Wentz almost got you there. It's just it didn't work out the last game.
The Commanders. Could the Commanders find their man for the future?
You know what? You're right.
That's so stupid to even say. The Commanders. I saw someone. That's an XFL team name. The Commanders.
San Antonio, yes, sir. San Antonio.
The AAF. Oh, but it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up going. I mean, the opportunities are endless. The places he could go are endless. Honestly, there's so many places he can.
I'm still beyond shocked what's going on with our views. I'm not sure what happened here. Like, I don't know. I'm loving this though. I'm definitely pinning this to our page. Like, this is great for us. Love it.
It is good. I
Love
like
all the
it.
viewers. Love all this stuff.
Hashtag take command. Recontrol your life. Take command. The Washington way.
My guy Steer Nation Striker is going to be out there, I believe, for the thing. I think they're doing Friday for Washington. He goes around and does all those promotion things. So I think he's going to be there. I think he said Friday. So he hates the name. He says he would rather Washington football team, which I can't really say I disagree with him on that one. I don't like the name. B-Wall doesn't like the name. There's a lot of people. See, that's the thing. I've heard a lot of negative stuff so far.
Oh, I gotta pull up the video. Oh, I'm slacking right now. Hold on. Let's see. Let's get this all going here. Hopefully it doesn't show the screen. Yeah, it didn't. Good.
See, I hear all in on the Colts.
See, this was hilarious.
What about Commanders?
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you hear it?
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Phew. I thought I was gonna butcher it up like the week prior, but yeah, take command.
Yeah, G will be there Friday, and yeah, he likes Washington football team better. I agree. I think they could just redid the jerseys, but I think they could have redid the name maybe, or I don't know, redid the jerseys, but I don't think again, G, you weren't making everyone happy here. That's the thing. You weren't making anyone happy with this whole situation. So Washington's again, and here we are. Dude, we're already 45 minutes into this show. Oh my! Good thing we don't have like a bazillion games to go through and so whatnot, huh?
We got holy crap in the conference championship weekend, and let's get right into it right now, okay? Well, let's get rid of the stupid banner though. The Bengals, the Chiefs.
Bayou Bengals. I told you it was going to
Colton bought into them so much. The Bayou Bengals. I'm pretty sure he bought into them. But I'm just saying, Mike White defeated the Bengals. Patrick Mahomes 0-2 this season. It is what it is.
Steelers 0-2 against the Bengals as well.
Yikes! Taking an L with Mr. Tree Ben Roethlisberger back there.
Yo, relax. He's owned the state of Ohio, so like it's okay. He can.
Did he tell him that like Aaron Rodgers did?
No, he did not. But he owned him. Just look at the numbers. He owned him.
But yeah, I mean, I thought this game was going to get blown out, 21-3 going in the halftime. I said, I was counting out the Bengals. The Bayou Bengals was counting them out, but this is games they like to play, and they came back 18 points scored, and they ultimately tied it. Chiefs tied it up late going into overtime. Chiefs, they won the coin toss. Tails was the call there, but ultimately they did not do that. Let's see. Let's get this up here. Yeah, U Stadium's scheduled tonight right after we're done. The Sports Desk airs, and Zach is live from Mobile, Alabama with the Senior Bowl content. Always check out the U Stadium platforms no matter where you are. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, U Stadium. Lowercase U Stadium capital. That's how we get it there. But do you think Patrick Mahomes blew the game purposely? I felt like he just said, screw it, Tyreek is down there. He did the meme, but ultimately was picked off by Von Bell. I felt like that game was kind of thrown by Mr. Mahomes.
I would say he threw it away, but he kind of did.
He technically threw it in the sense.
But this goes back to my point of not crowning guys goats and all that because they're, I got people. This is the best quarterback we'll see ever in our lifetime. Stop it! Oh my gosh, the league is going into more mobile quarterbacks. We're going to see guys making these throws. This is what they're going to be watching. This is what it's going to turn into. So stop it. Enough of that crap. I just think the Bengals had a really solid defense. If you look at their offseason, it was defense. They bring in Trey Hendrickson, who is the steal.
$16 million a year to steal. Like he should have been paid well over 20.
Like he's great. Like Bud Dupree got 18.5, I think, from the Titans. Trey Hendrickson's been way more productive for the Bengals.
But Bud Dupree, was coming off ACL too.
It doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Listen, the ACL is still like a touchy subject too, because like it takes a lot to get back from there.
Nope. Guys are coming back from it, and we saw Cam Akers just come back after 6 months, blown his Achilles out, and he's still running hard. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. No, Trey Hendrickson's legit guy. That's where the money should go. Seriously, like that guy's a stud. They bring in Mike Hilton, Steeler Nation, not happy about letting him go. That was a mistake. He's out here making plays for the Bengals. I mean, Jesse Bates is a stud. Von Bell, they have two really good safeties in the back end with Von Bell and Jesse
Their entire
Bates.
defense is so good. And
And they put money into it.
And this comes a long way from Pac-Man Jones and Vontez Burfict as their star players to everyone gets a piece of the pie here. Like literally, like everyone's
they have really
household
good
name.
players. They have really good players.
And they're solid core too on offense. Chase, Mixon, Burrow, Boyd, I believe too. All under 25 and under. T. Higgins as well. All 25 and under, and they're all signed through their rookie deals. So good luck having to sign them all at some point. But
cheapest right now in the NFL. We'll see if he coughs up the dough.
I'm excited to see what the Bengals can do. I mean, I already know people that bought his little sunglasses that everyone saw the photo of going into the Chiefs Stadium. Everyone bought the $20 version, not the couple of grand version that he has there. Listen, I'll admit too on recording. I mean, you could go back on our YouTube pages, the Play Extra podcast, but Colton and I, with our friends from around the 412, we all agreed. We said, you know what? Bengals are out of it. We're not seeing anything from them. This is kind of like, let's see what we got out of Burrow. What can he do here? And we're wrong. We were so wrong. It's crazy to think.
Well, I'm glad I bought him a few weeks back, and I kind of
and you sold off on the Titans, so you could tell Josh about that.
Oh, I can't wait till like Josh, whether that's in a few weeks when we're doing our recapping on stuff or whatnot, but because might be excited for some stuff next week. We'll
He's gonna fly out to Oklahoma personally and throw punch him.
Boomer. Hey, what's up, Boomer? Boom! How about them Bayou Bengals, huh?
Does it?
How do you sell off on a number 1 seed? Yeah. See ya, Tennessee. Don't want to be gosh, where's Josh now?
Does this solidify?
Comes in late. Where is he? Where's
Does
Josh?
This solidify?
Josh? Hold on. I'm looking for Josh. Josh, where you at, dude? I'm looking for you.
He's dealing with a snowstorm. Yesterday it was 65 in Oklahoma. Now they're having a blizzard go on there.
Boomer sooner. So he should be on here. Boomer sooner.
He should be. But I mean, I know a lot of these stats are, based on regular season, but could you say that Joe Burrow deserves comeback player of the year now for the Super Bowl run that the Bengals are on?
Yeah, voting's already done.
I know the voting's already done. This is all based off of regular season, but if you could, include postseason stuff.
Oh, absolutely. He's clearly, and he honestly still should have a really good shot at winning it, but he's not going to. The Bengals shouldn't be here already. Like, this should be like a next year, like, holy crap, the Bengals are legit for the next 10 years, whatever. The Bengals are early. Like, the Bengals called early. Like, hey, we're here, boys. And, like, the swagger and everything. Like, no. Like, seriously, Joe Burrow should seriously be in the conversation because he's a big factor of what got them here. Like, seriously. Like,
him and Jamar Chase. I mean, we might see what they did in the Natty. Man. We might see what they did in the Natty in 2020. I mean,
do you know Joe Burrow might be the first ever quarterback? Trivia here for you. To win the Heisman, national championship, and the Super Bowl. There's only been
was Montana and Namath a part of that?
No, there was something there that I'm missing with that. There was something with Namath. I think it was just winning the national championship.
I know Ryan's going to come up in the comments with the answer. I already know he's going.
Ryan, I know the answers. My buddy asked me this. If you have the answers, but anyway, he could be the first quarterback to do it. There's been no other quarterbacks. I'll give you one of the other guys I knew because, again, go blue. Charles Woodson is one of the other guys to do it. And there's a few others. But, yeah, he'd be the first quarterback to ever do it. Yeah, see? Yeah, they didn't win the Heisman.
They didn't win the Heisman.
They're the first ones to win they were the quarterbacks to win the national championship and the Super Bowl.
And the Super
That's
Bowl.
what those guys were. I don't know did Montana ever win a national championship? I don't know enough about college. I just knew for some reason Joe Namath did for some reason. I don't know if Montana ever won a national championship. But anyway, Joe Burrow is going to be possibly the first quarterback to ever do it. And honestly do it in 3 years. Kind of nuts.
Also, another fun fact for you too. So Burrow got carried off by one of his offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Same offensive lineman that carried him off after the national championship game. What are the odds that happens?
Yeah, that's kind of something I've seen too. Got to recreate that in 2 weeks. I've seen on Twitter. So yeah, that's interesting.
We're going to recreate this when we hype up our podcast in the summer.
That's right. Just Bayou Bengals, man. I'm
Bayou
already
Bengals.
gonna give you my hot take. They're winning the Super Bowl. So like you can
Oh,
give me
there
the
it
next
is.
game. You
It's
can queue up the
locked.
Rams, but yeah, I'm gonna
Listen,
take
it's going into this. I really felt like this was the Niners game to lose. Like they have literally had everything going for them. You go in, you beat Aaron Rodgers, you beat Dallas. You're on the road the entire time, and you already beat the Rams week 18. So you're already 3 consecutive games on the road winning, and all sorts of different weather, domes, sunlight invading into your eyes that Jerry can't go to Blinds to Go to get some steel curtains to put up there, so we don't have to see the stupid sunlight anymore.
Let's go to the AC unit of the NFL. You'll get.
I want to go to the Roomba to the NFL, which is in Vegas, but that's something that will happen on Sunday. But
crap.
Listen, Jimmy G played his best playoff game. I mean, well, his best game of the postseason. Shouldn't say his best playoff game. Best game of this playoffs. Throws 2 touchdowns. George Kittle, they looked really good early on. I mean, when the Rams got off early with the cup, they responded back with Deebo Samuel. I mean, Deebo. The whole Michael Irvin thing on NFL Network. They were going after him very hard. This game was a very physical game, and there was a lot of emotions going into it. Fred Warner hitting Stafford early. No flag was called on that. And they went after Deebo a lot. And they were some questionable later hits. Well, I shouldn't say helmet hits, but later hits. Ultimately, this was the Niners game to lose, and they lost it with Jaworski Tart dropping it right off his hands. It literally, you couldn't have placed the ball better into your hands. And if you play a lot of Madden, you hear the quote, that's why these players play defense, because they can't catch the ball on offense. Whatever Charles Davis says on there. I kind of tune him out whenever I play Madden.
That's kind of it. You're in the same ballpark.
It
hit him in his worst. It hit him in the worst part. His hands.
Do you think the Super Bowl window is now closed for the Niners with now Trey Lance? We have a very small sample size what we saw from Lance this year, but it wasn't a good enough sample size.
Well,
someone you traded multiple first-round picks to trade up for, you get him.
No, I think they're still okay.
Very limited.
I still think they're in it. They have a lot of young.
They got to re-sign Deebo.
Defense. They have a lot of young, and they will. They have a lot of young talent. This is why they drafted a quarterback, because they couldn't do it with Jimmy G. This is why the team that they lost to traded away Jared Goff. You needed an upgrade at quarterback. They got it in Trey Lance. See how that works out for them. Their window's not closed. They got to win, because usually when teams win, it's usually on rookie contracts, and which Joe Burrow's on. That's just, you got to take advantage when these guys are young and on like cheaper contracts. So I just seriously think that's why I got the Bengals winning, man. Just some reason. I don't know what it is. I hope it's a good game at the end of the day, but no, their window's not closed for the 49ers. I think it's just becoming what it could be in San Fran,
And they still have Raheem Mostert too. Mostert's been out since week 1.
Yeah, and they gave him a contract, so that might be.
And they still have 7 other running backs that were injured.
Trey Sermon was a guy they were looking to possibly be good, and he wasn't anywhere to be found this year. So they might look into cutting Raheem Mostert, as I like to call him, Colonel Mustard. But they might they might have to look into cutting him possibly. I don't know what this cap number is and all that, but you don't pay running backs. You just don't do it. And San Fran seems like every running back possible. Yay, they got another one. And Elijah Mitchell's been absolutely amazing for them this year. And Deebo Samuel, running back Deebo Samuel,
The Deebo Samuel, because, that's what they are.
And then you're going to add in a mobile quarterback next year in Trey Lance.
Could he pass?
Yeah, he could throw. Do you watch his tape?
No. I got to be honest with you. Not really. I felt like, one North Dakota quarterback to another. I don't feel like, what all the hype is about there. I really don't. I don't see it. That's my hot take. I don't think Trey Lance makes it that far.
He's a project.
He is a project quarterback.
That's why he sat for a year. Or he kind of had his moments of playing, but technically sat.
Let's go a little bit previewing the Super Bowl. We'll do a lot more next week. We're going to be getting some people on. We're going to be figuring a lot of stuff out next week. But here it is, 2 4 seeds, the lowest that both seeds are in the Super Bowl all time. First time that neither conference has a 1 through 3 seed in the Super Bowl. 2 4s. What are the odds of that? And Super Bowl bill for Hollywood. I mean, Joe Burr coming back, and ultimately you thought the Titans defense was, bad, sacking them 9 times. He now has to go against Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd. I don't even know who else, but Rams are going to be bringing the heat on this one.
You can throw the kitchen sink at him. I don't care. Joe Burrow's going to get it done. I don't know what it is. I hate saying it because I'm a Steeler fan. I ain't rooting for him to win. I just think they're going to get it done, man. Joe Cool is he's just different, man. He really
is. And this is also a Super Bowl you have in your Madden franchise that you just sim like 10 years on. And you're like, why are the Bengals in the Super Bowl? And you're kind of like just scratching your head. You're like that's not going to happen. And there it is. It's basically the Madden Super Bowl. I think we live in a simulation right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I knew the Rams were going to be here. Called it. That was
you called it week 1.
That's my team, the Rams. I had a weird feeling. It was bouncing back and forth because Stafford's never played meaningful football, and he's been good for them down the stretch. Hasn't been great. Almost lost them the game, but
2 games.
But didn't lose, and here he is. I think Joe Cool gets it done though. I seriously like what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they just have weapons all over the place. Like, sure, it's like, Jalen Ramsey's going to be on Jamar Chase. Okay.
And if they get Uzoma
good luck
back,
with T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Good luck.
And good luck with Joe Mixon. Good luck with,
Good luck, man.
P. Ryan, too. And if Uzoma's back, Uzoma's the best tight end here. I feel like he is. I mean, I like Tyler Higbee. Blanton had a very good, blow-up game going into with Higbee hurting himself. But listen, if Uzoma's out there playing, and I think there's a slight chance that he can play, but if he plays, that might be the X factor for them on offense. Is that crazy to think?
I think that's a hot take. I think they just have enough receivers to pick them apart, to be honest with you. But I do think Uzama is very good, so I can't say I disagree.
I picked him up in fantasy. I didn't start him.
I just think it's a little bit of a hot take to say Uzama is an X factor in that game. I think Aaron Donald and Von Miller are the X factors. I think the Bengals defense do enough to not allow like 40 points, so they'll be okay. Does Joe Burrow get sacked and lose the football? Like that's the interesting one. That's why the X factors are the pass rush for the Rams. Like if they get home and cause turnovers, then they're going to win the game. If they get sack, you saw 9 sacks and a loss. So like if they don't get turnovers on the sacks and don't take advantage of the field position flip-flopping, the Bengals are going to win the game, man. They are. That's why they are my champs. Giving you a hot early prediction there for you. So you want to go grab them plus money, go grab them.
Is it weird to think that an actual X factor could be Eric Weddle on the Rams defense?
I also think that's a hot
He's
take.
Bringing the boom. He's bringing the tackles. Like, for a guy that hasn't played in 2 years, that just got off the couch and said, you know what? I'm going to play again. And now he's going to the Super Bowl.
See, my man's still here. Hot take striker. I'm going to call you Hot Take Gethard from now on. I got 2 new hot take friends. Those are some hot takes. Eric Weddle and CJ Uzama as X factors. I call that Hot Take Gethard. That's what we're going to have a new segment. I'm already booking it for next week. Hot Take Gethard. What do you got for the Super Bowl? That's what we got next week. Oh, God.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, very slight preview of the Super Bowl. We'll go into more of it next week along with everything else. Action-packed show coming on. But I'm Will. That's Colton. Tune in Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, over on every U Stadium platform. Thank you guys for tuning in and tune in next week for the grand conclusion of what we got going down here. See, Well made the team of the week.
See, you got Ryan all up and out of here. Can't wait to see what those guys have up next on the sports desk. But give us a follow. We don't plug our stuff enough. It's just because we're so into the show and getting into it. Give our stuff a follow. I mean, again, Will just said it weekly. We're here. My man's always out here pumping up content.
We're doing a Twitter space too Friday at some point over on U Stadium. So we want to make it exciting.
And you can come talk to us. I know we read your comments and all that, but yeah, come hop in. Give us a follow. Like I said, pumping out great content. Get more involved on Twitter. Let's get it going. Super Bowl week is coming up. I can't wait. Great show as always, Will.
Yes, great show with you too. Everyone, tune in next week. It's going to be exciting. And tune into the sports desk. Coming up next.